Oh, hello there. Yes, well, we did manage to make it to the weekend. Alive, I'm pleased to say. Yes. So much better than the alternatives. Yes. And talking of alternatives, yes, Nigel Farage was at it yesterday, creating a bit of a stinky jump up and down type of thing, a bit of a hoo-ha. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Sounds like Frankie Goes to Hollywood, but obviously you'd be wrong for thinking that. Anyway, yes, we had this. Nigel Farage wages in on Labour sending staff to help Harris campaign in US direct election interference. Yes, indeed, it'd be really awful if that was actually the case. But of course we know that it realistically isn't, is it? No, in the sense that democratic parties across the world, in fact, a lot of non-democratic parties as well, tend to talk to each other. But Nigel knows all about that. But the framing of this is really interesting, from what I was saying yesterday about people being treated like they're stupid, because you are stupid because you believe this stuff. No, you don't, obviously, and I'm about to tell you why. Yes, indeed, because Nigel Farage, of course, is expecting just to get a free ride in the press, which basically he does. They will simply report about what a great job he's doing, in the States. Yes, going out once again to, presumably just vaguely support his good friend Donald Trump. You may recall that a while ago when Donald Trump was shot at, Nigel Farage couldn't possibly do a constituency surgery, come back to that, but had to go rushing out there to potentially not really meet the guy at all. But it was absolutely vital because somebody out there has to put, Clacton on the map. I mean, I'm very much the same, whenever I'm, on a beach somewhere like Marbella and just sort of sipping on a cocktail. I'm merely there to put where I live on the map. I'm often telling the locals about what a glorious holiday destination Clacton would be. Yes, and if you believe that, well, good luck to you, etc. But again, when we go back to Mr. Mr. Farage and his view of US elections, if you may recall, about 3 odd years ago, that he was flying out to during COVID. In fact, yes, odd that, wasn't it? Yeah, but won't go there. Yeah, flying out to help his mate, the Don, because obviously he would be interfering in US elections. But I guess that's something that we're all just supposed to forget. A bit like he was predicting 3 years ago, that the Don was going to win, which he's also doing this time around. So you can see what a good track record he has. Now, the problem that Farage has, of course, is that he's not a good idea to be throwing stones. He relies, once again, that you being stupid thing, on you not seeing things about him. So, for example, he expects you to believe that when he makes various comments about England football managers needing to be English, that somehow magically people will forget that he's had several wives and or girlfriends who, belong to other nationalities, and his kids hold European passports, and his residence is actually still located in Brussels. Yes, him. But of course you won't get to hear about that because the British press don't operate on that level. That's not the game that they're playing. The game that they're playing is just telling you things that their owners want you to believe. In this case, that Nigel Farage is somehow some stout patriot, not one of those globalists. Oh no, he wouldn't be jetting around the world to see people. Well, apart from when he does, of course. He wouldn't get involved in, in mysterious cabals of people that plot elections. And yet, yesterday, oddly enough, in the Guardian, yeah, I know it will boo his left-leaning paper, broadly liberal in the old-fashioned 1980s sense of the word leaning paper. Oh, it can't be true in that case. Yeah, so here we are. Farage given free team of US PR advisors by former Bannon's aides firm. Yes, indeed, Steve Bannon, once again. Even behind bars, the guy manages to manipulate people in a not Jewish sort of manipulating people's type of way. But, of course, what do we call these people that jet around the world and manipulate things? The globalists, aren't they, Nigel? But, of course, once again, never get to hear it anywhere else. Did like this. Yeah, Reform UK leader received support from his American activities after becoming an MP, but has not declared the services as a benefit. Of course not. But, of course, Nigel Farage is a man that's very, very used to not telling you the truth and just expecting nobody to mention it. And if they do mention it, we'll pretend that magically they haven't. You may recall that there was a bit of a problem in and around he could possibly have surgeries in his constituency because he'd definitely been told, most definitely been told by the police, definitely, a bit like Suella Braverman being told about, the police were so worried about her in Cambridge she couldn't do the thing, even though the police said, that wasn't the case. It turns out, of course, that Nigel Farage could just about manage, possibly to do, an actual constituency surgery for the job that we pay him for, that one. But he's lied about it. Yes. Because actually, maybe not. Maybe the Speaker didn't say that, or the police, or anyone else. But of course, I suppose there's nothing better than making up that you're the victim. Oh my God, I'm at such a threat from the Islamists. Except what have we really had? We've had two people with milkshakes and a bloke with a small bit of concrete, all of whom I don't think were followers of Muhammad in a big way. Still, never mind, you'll only hear it here and a few other places because, after all, you wouldn't want people to have the truth. You can't handle the truth, yes, especially not, if you're, playing opposite Jack Nicholson. Anyway, do have a lovely, 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 lovely Saturday, even though it's going to be a bit damp. It's a good day for getting stuff done indoors. Hooray for that. Enjoy.